Hey everyone, welcome to Amplify Digest. I'm your host Lars Schmidt, and I'm going to break down 5 of the top news, stories, and trends and all things people from the past week in about 5 minutes. As always, all the articles I'm going to walk you through are broken down on the Amplify Talent website, so links for all the articles I'm about to share and more can be found there. So let's dig right in. I want to open with this great piece by Ash Alexander, who is the head of people at Front. And she really walked through a detailed plan of their kind of hybrid / return to workplace / all the ways that we were working today. And I really love the openness and kind of the build in public aspect of this particular piece. And so, again, lots of content out there around how companies should be approaching things and different trends, but this is a tangible piece of what one company is actually doing and how it was received by employees. So definitely worth your time. This is a Wall Street Journal article on kind of the role of an office in this new world of work. It's behind a paywall, so sorry about that. Hopefully you're a subscriber for Wall Street Journal and you can access this, but it gets into really kind of the role that an office will play as more of a convening space in this new kind of world of work, particularly for organizations that are hybrid, but even those that aren't. You're going to have some employees who are not coming into an office. And so this gets into a bit about just how we might want to be rethinking real estate and offices in this new world of work. This piece is also kind of getting into the evolution of work. It's a co-written piece by 2 professors and academics who study the future of work. And it gets into things like percentage of the workforce that will remain to be hybrid, of those that are hybrid, what will be the most common constructs in terms of when people go into the office, when they work from home, if that is, aligned for certain days of going into the office or not. So again, if you want an academic look ahead of what our new world of work will look like, this piece will give you some ideas. And I really liked this post by Sahil Bloom. If you work in, pretty much anywhere these days, you're going to be sending cold emails from time to time. And this is a really thoughtful piece on how to write cold emails that actually get attention. And it gets into from, spacing and white space between your content to breaking down in small bulleted formats, how to convey your ideas, and key principles for how to actually write cold emails that will get attention. So shout out to Hung Lee and Recruiting Brain Food and his newsletter, which if you're not subscribed to, you absolutely should. That's how I caught this particular article, and it's a great resource. And the last article I want to get into is a recent post by Jess Yuen. And this is actually a follow-up piece to something she wrote about 3 years ago on how the chief people officer is the hottest hyper-growth hire. And guess what? No surprise to all of you watching this, it still is. And it's a very, long read, kind of deep dive piece that gets into a range of the nuances of the current market for CPOs, the role, how the position has evolved over the last couple of years, why the demand is so high, but also it has some really thoughtful prompts for CEOs on hiring their chief people officer, head of people, CHRO, whatever the title might be. And so this one is worth a read and a bookmark. I imagine you're going to be referencing this more. And if you're hiring, you're definitely going to want to read this one. So that's a wrap for today's digest. I'll have more information coming next week. And in the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you next week.